Hello there. Welcome back to our show, Business of Life, Strategies for Success. If you were with us last month, you experienced meeting one of the most wonderful people and inspirational people that you would ever want to meet. Scott Fedor is truly an inspiration to us all. 13 years ago, after being involved in a tragic accident, his life changed drastically. And since that time, Scott has had many accomplishments: motivational speaker, author, and designer of this beautiful home. He also started a nonprofit, and you'll hear more about that from Scott as we do a tour of this beautiful home, as we promised you last month. So let's go in and meet Scott and get a tour of the home. Come with us. Scott, how did you know how to greet me here in the hallway?
I got a lot of security cameras around here. I just saw you on one of them.
I should have known that, right?
Yeah, you can't sneak up on me anymore, Doug.
Yeah, it is so good to see you.
Likewise,
and
good to
thank
see
you for giving us a tour of this beautiful house.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
This concept house for your quad. I'm going to call it a village.
A village.
Because I envision a whole bunch of these
Well,
being.
concept's actually a great word. As I mentioned when we spoke last time, the idea for the quad was to build some type of residential home that could sustain about 4 people, all with varying levels of injury, where they could pool their resources. So the thought was, as I was building this and designing it, which I'll get into in a minute, it was designed with that intention and purpose, that this could one day serve as a quad. It's kind of our test run. And it's allowed me to figure out what I might do differently, what I might add or detract from going forward next time. But this is the first generation quad, you could say, and it's a house I designed from scratch on my own, having no experience whatsoever. Probably took me about a year or so, just using simple PowerPoint software, bunch of squares and triangles and circles. But had a lot of fun designing it, trying to envision what I wanted this to look like, and a lot of visualization was required, because I would literally have to close my eyes and determine, okay, how's this gonna look? So let me give you a tour. First thing I do want to mention is behind me, there's a wall, and it's important to note that it's going to be an open house. It's designed with the concept in mind of being open, but not looking like an accessible home. But I also like the idea of having hallways and different rooms. So I really wanted to put a wall here to kind of separate the house and also provide a little bit of privacy. So, someone looking through the front door isn't exactly going to be peering through the whole home. So it serves to divide the home, but it also serves to provide some more privacy as well. So let's head into the kitchen. So let me take you into the kitchen here first, Doug.
Beautiful. This is quite an island.
Well, it was important to have something big for space. I wanted cupboards as well as a flat space for storage, but also I do a lot of entertaining. And I've been known to throw a party or two, so it's nice to have people come in and, with any house, this one included. Kitchen's usually a greeting area in a big place where people congregate and talk. So I wanted an open kitchen, light colors, seating at the island, but it's easy for me. I can get underneath this countertop, which was important, as well as all the way around the island. There's a walk-in pantry and then a seating table over there. So it's designed again with openness. So wherever I want to navigate in the house, I'm okay to. And any kind of tables I want to get underneath, I'm okay to as well. But all the counters are the regular size. Nothing's changed from that standpoint. Unfortunately, I'm not cooking my own food yet. So I have the counters at the regular height. Yes, stove and counters at the regular heights for those who do help me with a lot of meal planning. But feel free to look around. But like I said, again, it's simple but spacious and meant to remind you that you're living in a home and not a nursing home or an institution of some type.
Well, certainly this does not look like a kitchen of any nursing home or assisted living facility that I've been in.
No.
Just Just beautiful.
Well,
and as you say, so simple.
Yes.
But serviceable.
Yes. And what's great about it is it opens up into the, let me spin around here.
Mm-hmm. Aha.
Into the living room, the great room, whatever you tend to call it.
The other side of the wall.
Yep, and the wall's the same on both sides, and it picks up the stone from around the chimney and from other areas. But no, I like the wall. I like having the stone feel, a little bit of that outdoors inside kind of feeling.
Right.
A little bit of rustic. We threw a beam up there, but still modern in its design. And again, with an open floor plan here.
Lots of seating for your parties, obviously.
Yep, lots of seating.
And a beautiful fireplace.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And I have caretakers, nurses that are always here with me, so there's plenty of space for them too to sprawl out if they need to or to do what they might have to do. Regarding the fireplace was important to me. One thing with being a spinal cord injury is it's difficult to control my body temperature. So I do get cold at random times. Having a gas fireplace that can just switch right on and also go into the other room where I spend a lot of my time, which we'll head to next. That dual pass-through fireplace serves a point of heating up 2 rooms, but also providing a focal fixture for each room. But tall ceilings all throughout the house. It's 10-foot ceilings, about 14, 15 feet ceilings in here. And again, that's just to provide open space. Because it is a ranch and doesn't have an upstairs, I had the ability of building up a little bit higher. So providing that space just gives it I think an open look. It just opens the whole house up and makes it even more comfortable for me.
Look at all those pictures over there. Good grief.
Yeah, no, I definitely got a few here. I got a few over there. Little memory stroll down memory lane. Got the family, the niece and the nephew. Big fan of artwork. So I like to have different styles of art, different color. I spent just as much time learning and reading about design features and staging and designing as I did the actual physical structure of building the house. So it's nice to kind of have my own little personal design touch on the inside as well as on the decorating as well as the structures as well. So next room we're going to take you into is a sunroom. And for me, I love being outside.
Oh, I know you love your son.
And when I can't be outside, it's great to be thinking about being outside or looking at it. So it was important for me to design an open area that had plenty of sunlight, a natural feel to it, that I could spruce up a little bit to make it feel like an actual outdoor lanai, if you would. So what I like about this room as I spin around, is if you notice, it has a different feel than the room we just walked out of. Yes, it has the same stone, but it has more of a little bit of rustic, little cabin sitting by the fire. It's got a cat right here that didn't come with the house, but likes to spend time in here.
Right. And who do we have over there?
What, you don't have your own monkey, Doug?
Oh, no.
This is Melanie, as I've talked about in the past, the helper monkey. That I got from an agency out of Boston, and she's been with me for over 11 years now. And I think she's since retired on the helping part, but I still let her out, let her run around. We'll go outside at times. She's living a good life. She's always got her TV on, happens to be a huge fan of Baywatch.
Baywatch?
Who doesn't like the Hoff, right?
Right.
David Hasselhoff. So she's always got her TV. She gets plenty of food. She's got the cats to keep her company. And again, plants and just a lot of sunlight, help her feel, maybe feel a little bit more at home. But I definitely subscribe to the school of thought of, it's good to have a plant or something living in every room. So I try to do that. And then one thing that's important that I didn't mention when you came in, but you'll notice in here, is all the thresholds. There's no thresholds
right.
as you go room to room, floor to floor. when you walk up to the house, it's sloped concrete. And the same thing here, if I were to open these doors and go out onto my patio, there's no steps, so I don't need any ramps. Everything's just smooth sailing, just ride right over. It's all level to level. So again, it's one less feature that would make a house look accessible, but it's also very easy rather than having to lug around ramps or throw up ramps to just, give it the appearance of looking like, of an accessible house. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I really designed it, again, from a standpoint that the more creature comforts I have, the more independent I feel, the more relaxed I feel. So I spend a lot of time in here, both in the summer if it's raining or in the winter when it's colder, just enjoying the light, enjoying the fire. So let me take you on to my, my bedroom next.
Great.
So this is the master, but really there's two masters. The guest can kind of serve as a master as well. But this is probably the only part of the house where you would see some semblance of having assistance. I have a Hoyer track that is up there that's basically gets me in and out of my chair. That goes from the bathroom to the bedroom. But again, lots of windows, open space, TV and all the creature comforts you'd want in a regular standard bedroom. But the real, if you want to call it, the real jewel of this room is what I was able to do at the bathroom. So let me take you in there. So obviously this is the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, I love that shower, Scott.
And that's where I'm really fortunate. Able to have a nice wide open shower that I can use with the assistance of a shower chair when I need to. But you could also just pull out and treat as a regular shower. And it's deep and recessed enough that you don't have to worry about a shower door or any kind of shower curtain to worry about water splashing.
Right.
So the shower's great, and I spend a lot of time just relaxing under that when I, when I need to or when the muscles ache. And then next to you,
looks like a whirlpool.
Exactamundo. 2 points for Doug. Yep, this is a beautiful whirlpool that was actually donated by a dear friend of mine to help with the quad. And I'd like to tell you that I use it all the time, but I just can't get myself out of the shower because I'm so relaxed in there.
Right.
But it's a whirlpool. It's got jets, which is great for the muscles, as any quad will tell you. When you're paralyzed, your body tightens up quite a bit. But again, just nice and spacious, 2 sinks, regular toilet, and everything else you would find. So with the exception of moving the shower chair out of the way, this looks like a bathroom I think you'd put in any home.
Any home, right.
So again, it might sound like a broken record, but with any person who's paralyzed and lives in a wheelchair, I think the less reminders you have that you're in that situation, the easier it is to forget and to just have that independence. And it's not that I try to forget, I just like reminding myself that I too can still enjoy things as I would, whether or not I'm in a wheelchair or not. So, that was a lot of the intention behind the house. And if I build the quad, this next phase that we want to do, there'll probably be a bit more accessible features because you're going to have varying individuals. You'll have paraplegics and quadriplegics. You'll have some individuals who are still able to use their hands or their feet. So that's when you really take into consideration countertops, different types of appliances or switches or knobs, so that it's also accommodating and functional for varying needs. But again, it's a home. It's not a nursing home or a hospital setting.
Right. Well, Scott, I would like to make one correction here, and that is you said if we build this.
When we build it.
Because I know you, and it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. So. The biggest struggle we have right now is the fundraising aspect. It takes money to build something that adventurous and with what I want to do with it. but I'm confident with fundraising and getting the message out there. As I've found in my 13 years of being in this situation, people want to help. And a lot of times they just need to be asked. And it's not a burden, I've realized, asking people for help. That's their way of being able to do something about a situation, I think. So I just need to set up the time for when we're ready to pull the trigger on the quad and go forward with it.
And then let us know, because we're all happy to help.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to people like that. So it's made my life, it's made it a lot easier having people like that.
Great. So where are we going next?
I'm going to show you around to another bedroom that was designed with this very intention, the intention of being able to have 2 masters. So let's head over there.
Okay.
So let me bring you right through here. Nothing special, but to your left right here, there is a bathroom. You can check that out on your way out. Full bathroom, full bath, full shower. And then, as I like to say, this is a second master. And again, the idea was, this is a quad concept, so it'd be another similar bedroom like this. We'd put a Hoyer lift on the ceiling if we needed to. Full walk-in closet. Again, plenty of light, plenty of space, open all around to move around, with access to your own private bathroom. There's a series of doors that can close off, so the bathroom can serve as a Jack and Jill with the room behind me, or it can be a private bathroom for whatever room you choose, based off of what set of doors you close. So again, I'm happy that those designs I originally conjured up in my head actually turned out looking like they were intended to. So that was a big relief.
Yeah.
But we can go back out beautiful. And I'll show you the bathroom, and then we're going to go into my office.
My gosh, Scott, this is a beautiful office. It might even inspire me to get some work done.
The office, the library, the study, whatever you want to call it. But I still am, always had a strong work ethic, always kept myself busy. So I wanted a room in the house where I could continue to be by myself, free of distractions, and stay focused. But also, it's as you get older in life and with different accomplishments, it's always fun to put up reminders of different experiences you've had, where you've been, and I always got a little bit envious when I was watching movies or watching those TV shows where you have that elaborate, nice little office setting. I'm like, yeah, who does that? Well, I finally wanted.
Here you are.
Yeah, I finally wanted to do my own.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about remembrances, and here's one where you were written up in U.S. News and World Report.
Yep. Not just written up, but I actually wrote the article, and they published my writing a couple of years ago. One of the things that with my blog, it's opened up avenues for being able to deliver guest blogs for other media sites, other avenues. So one of those avenues was U.S. News and World Report, and being asked to be able to write something and having it pass their standards that they felt the need to publish it was exciting from a personal standpoint. Being able to get my story out there and share my story with others that might be in a similar situation or going through something close to it was equally, if not more, exciting. Again, just being able to help others through telling my story. So that's there. And it's always nice. I always like to look at it and remind myself how far I've come. I think it's important for all of us to look back and celebrate the little victories that have added up over the years. All those inches, as I like to say, that have turned into the yards. I think it's important we do that. So this serves as a memory of that. And throughout this room, there's little trinkets that also serve as those memories from different groups I may have spoken to or different accolades that I received. So again, just like to have that around. It's a feeling of accomplishment, but it's also a feeling of remembrance and keeping things close on mind that of different organizations, people you've crossed paths with, been able to meet. One fortunate thing about this accident that I don't stress enough are all the different people I've met that I otherwise might not have met. Not just for my nurses and the wonderful people who assist me and take care of me every day, but just different individuals with different organizations, even like yourself, when you think about it, and just different avenues that you've had. So it's really provided, those are the hidden opportunities.
Well, I know one of the favorite people that you've met, and you're a big fan of Bruce Springsteen, and you had an opportunity to meet him.
I did, and if you look right over my shoulder here, there's a picture of myself and the boss. But yep, I met him several years ago after a concert. Was kind of surprised with a visit from him, and during the concert he actually dedicated a song to me, which was in and of itself amazing experience. But to get to meet him afterwards, spend time with him, and have him genuinely be interested in what I had to say was pretty remarkable. So it's one of the little pictures and one of the little memories I keep around here to always look at, and fond memories of that night. And then of course there's a few other things.
Well, and I see a copy of your book.
Yep.
So we mentioned that in the last show.
Yep.
But you are now an accomplished author.
Yeah, I've been able to join the ranks, as I understand you are as well, Doug. So,
right.
I'm glad to be part of the community. But just varying things throughout the year. I do hang up my diplomas from the different universities and the education I've received. I like to, what office wouldn't be complete without a diploma hanging on the wall?
Right.
But again, I have some of the awards and patents I received when I was working as a marketer, developing products and different things along my career. But again, I spend most of my time in here. I'll do a lot of writing in here, take a lot of my calls, run the foundation, as well as do the board work for the other boards I serve on. This is kind of command central, if you will. So because of the amount of time I spend in here and the work I do, I wanted to really give myself a little bit of a room I could enjoy and kind of not mind spending a long day in. And I think this serves the purpose.
Well, and it's also kind of an oasis, I think. And I am so impressed. I wish my office was this organized and clean.
Well, it's again, I'd be lying if I said I didn't ask my nurses to do double duty sometimes.
Gotcha.
So I have a great army that helps me. But I want to take you on to one more feature before you leave for today that I think you're going to like, that again both serves the needs of accessibility, but also a little fun piece of the house. So why don't you follow me?
Lead the way.
So right up here on my left is a staircase to go downstairs. Now I know what you're thinking, but I'll talk to you about that in a minute. A friend of mine made this piece of artwork just by putting paint on the wheels of his wheelchair and putting paint in his mouth through a straw. So it's a beautiful piece of artwork he gave me. I think it's perfect right here. It serves as a reminder for guests, I think, when you do go downstairs, kind of count your blessings. Because some of us unfortunately don't have the ability to be mobile anymore. So I just thought this was a perfect place for it. But also just a really nice piece of kind of a take on the American flag.
Right.
And obviously, if we were going to go downstairs, we would take the stairs. But I think it's a solution that not too many people have or probably would have thought of. But if you want, I'll let you do the honors. Usually I would kick this beautiful door open with my wheelchair, but why don't you push it open?
I will do that. Oh my gosh.
This is my bat cave, or my way to escape downstairs. So
why
follow
don't you
me.
lead the way? There's some beautiful artwork I see.
Yeah, it tells a story. I will say, because it's easier for me not to talk and drive, but along the walls, these are all these pictures I've had in my, over the years of places I might have been, or just artwork I've accumulated, or newspaper articles or pictures I've framed from various times throughout my life. And they weren't exactly the things I would be hanging up on the walls throughout my house, but this served as a perfect place. And in a way, as I go down, it's a great conversation piece, but it's kind of my version of Monty Hall's This Is Your Life. So it presents a little bit of glimpse more into my life through time, and but again, it's a great place to put it and have a feature like this. So again, it was designed with a ramp where it's easy for anyone to navigate in a wheelchair. There's a nice design aesthetic to it as well. And there's all kinds of places I've been in here, pictures with people I've met. I have some football jerseys up there. I have some autographs. I have some gifts from others with different spinal cord injuries who have given me some things. So it's one nice place to kind of collect it all and spruce up a room that otherwise might be a boring room, but also have some reminders of some fun times from yesterday.
Well, it certainly is not a boring room. In fact, I see something up there, Scott, about bull riding, and I know that you did that.
Yes, I did. I used to ride bulls in my younger days. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I've done it a few times. There's a rodeo that I had competed in, as well as a picture of me riding one of the bulls. So that's always fun to put up there. As well as some fish I've caught, some marlins I've caught, some rafting trips and other rock climbing adventures I've been on. Serves as a nice reminder to appreciate things. So one final thing I will mention is I've shared this idea of the ramp with other friends of mine who are paralyzed that were building houses, and they've implemented the same function.
Nice.
So it's something that I'm not going to say I get the credit for it, because I'm sure somewhere out there someone else has done it, but it's something that I found worked for me, was able to pass along, and others have implemented as well. So definitely would be a feature of any house I was going to build going forward. But that's about it. That's the house. As it's in MTV Cribs, let's get the heck out now. But that's the house. It's served me well. It's been about 6 years now, and I'm glad to have a place to call home.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for the tour. An absolutely beautiful house, and so functional, and as we thought, aesthetic also. And so we wish you good luck.
Thank you.
In the quad house of the future here.
Thank you.
And
that's going to be it's going to be a big initiative, but I'll be sure to reach out to you, and you can let your viewers and those know if anyone does want to help. That's going to be a great cause to help other individuals, and I'm excited at some point here, and hopefully in the near future.
And we're happy to help in any way we can. And good luck. You certainly deserve it, and you are just an inspiration. So Scott, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for doing the show.
Oh, thanks again for allowing me to hopefully help others out there that might be in a similar situation by giving them some ideas and kind of sharing some tips. So thank you.